Boom, a nice look. Coming up on 14 minutes to play here in the first half. Line drive kick from Gamonera towards midfield. Anderson to Wills. Nice slide tackle there from Schilling. Breaking up the momentum for the Cougars. Schilling will throw in here with 13:20 to play in the first half. Nice play there from Ferreira. Knocked out of play. Last touch by Wills. 13 minutes to play here in the first half. Levitt goes back to Ennis. Daly will come out of the box. Ennis to Schilling. Schilling back to Ennis. Ennis and Anderson, that security blanket for the Chargers. Schilling telling Ennis to come to her. Ennis goes back to Anderson. Nice play there from Leah Sophie Moshing to knock it out of play. Horvat hounded by multiple Cougars. Josepoulos now towards Levitt. Nice boot there from Josepoulos, a little wide left of the net. It almost seems like a matter of time before the Chargers are going to get one into the back of the net. They've had some fantastic opportunities here in the first half. 11 minutes to play in this first half. Levitt with a nice touch. Schilling trying to take out her do-it-yourself kit. Now it's Wills with it in midfield. Able to elude Toom. Here comes Cardenas. Tries to get it back to Wills. And it's last touch by Levitt. As the New Haven sideline was looking for a push there by Cardenas on Levitt. Anderson. Nice ball sent towards the left post, but it's out of the reach of Samantha Daykick. 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Wood and Body not on the same page there, and it results in it going out of play. Last touch by Body, so we'll have a throw in here by Vitella. Wills Had her shot deflected by a Charger defender. So we're going to throw in here on the far side. Vitello will toss it in. We'll redo the throw-in. So we'll have a free kick here for the Cougars. Megan Feehan will come to take it. Feehan towards the middle. Header's broken up by the Chargers. Runner shoves Anderson to the ground. So we'll redo the throw in here on the near side. Schilling will send it in. 7:45 to play here in the first half. Little line with nice positioning there.
Now into the game for University of New Haven, number 9, Vicky Fleming. Number 22, Ashley Crumryan.
So number 9, Vicky Fleming into the game for the first time for the Chargers, and as well as Ashley Crumryan, number 22, for the University of New Haven. Now ball in midfield. Wills not able to get a touch on it. Little under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. And it's back to Anderson. Anderson over to Ennis here on the near side. Anderson sends it down the far side. Samantha Daycake on the left sideline. Sends it towards Wills. Wills tracked down by multiple Chargers, and it's sent out of play by Body. 5:40 to play here in the first half. We'll have a throw-in on the far sideline for the Cougars. Vitello will come to do the honors. Vitello towards Body, and Body sends it out of play. Redo the throw-in with Vitello. Nice slide tackle there from Body in that far corner. So Vitello will redo the throw-in. The quick throw-in there. And Sammy Ajay wants a foul right there. Vitello. Last touch by the Chargers. With 4.5 to play here in the first half. 4 shots on goal for the Chargers, 0 for the Cougars. Still no score here in Game 1 of Day 2 of the 2023 Post-University Classic. Cardenas with a nice hustle. Drops Schilling to the ground. Schilling able to recover as she gets back up and sends it out of play. So we'll have a throw in here on the far side. Anderson with a nice touch.
Now into the game for University of New Haven, number 36, Alita Bates.
So number 36, Alita Bates, into the game for the first time for the Chargers. Bates from Danville, New Hampshire, a 5'9" sophomore. As Schilling will send it in with the throw-in. So here's Anderson on the near side, sends it towards the middle. Wills right there, the left-handed kick, bullseye! Kayla Wills puts it into the back of the goal, and it's 1-0 Cougars here with 3:13 to play in the first half. Kayla Wills with a beautiful snipe into the net, and Caldwell surprisingly takes a 1-0 lead here in the first half.
Cougars goal, her first of the season, scored by number 18, Kayla Wills. Assisted by number 20, Presley Anderson, with just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. Wills from Anderson with 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
So Presley Anderson awarded with the assist. Familiar territory here for the Cougars as they went up 1-0 versus Pace on Thursday. So a free kick on the far sideline. Boot sends towards the middle, as that will go out of play on the far end line. So we'll have our second corner kick of the game with 2:10 to play here in the first half. Both corners have been taken from the Chargers, as that is a high ball sent towards the middle. The header right in front of the nets, and it is swallowed up by Gamonera. As we get a yellow card.
Put it at the 156. 36, sorry. Change the clock to 136. Click on that. Yeah.
So the yellow card goes against the Chargers with 1:56 to play here in the first half.
Yep. And then yellow to 156. Sorry. Yep. And 36.
Yellow card issued to number 36, Alita Bates for the University of New Haven. Bates with the yellow card.
So it is Bates that gets called for the yellow card. 90 seconds to play here in the first half. If you're just tuning in, Caldwell just went up 1-0 thanks to Kayla Wills. She was assisted by Presley Anderson. Wills' first goal of the season. .60 seconds to play here in the first half.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Wills. Dangerous sequence there for the Chargers. Cardenas with a nice header. It'll go out of play with 35 seconds remaining in the first half. Levitt will toss in. Now it's Anderson at midfield. A nice touch to Ronar. Back to Anderson. Anderson had the assist to Wills there on that Cougars goal, as that will go out of play on the end line with 15 seconds to play here in the first half.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the end of the first half, it's Caldwell University 1, University of New Haven 0.
So that'll do it for the first half of play. Caldwell takes a 1-0 lead heading into halftime thanks to Kayla Wills. Second half of play coming up next here on TNN, presented by the CACC Network.
champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
In a country where 1 in 5 people are affected by a mental health condition, it's time for all of us to step up and change the conversation.
We all have stress in our lives and manage it in different ways.
Grades,
finances,
practice,
family,
games,
finals,
homework,
playing time,
friends, midterms,
treatment,
studying,
sleep, time for me.
We don't have to find the balance on our own.
It's okay not to be okay.
We're all in this together.
People can and do get better.
Caring about one another can be your competitive advantage.
Communicate.
Be aware.
Show compassion.
Be a champion for each other.
Hope starts with you.
Hope starts with me.
Hope starts with us. We are CACC student athletes, and we are breaking the stigma.
The NCAA has nearly 500,000 student-athletes from more than 1,200 member schools and conferences. There are more than 19,000 teams competing for 90 championships in 24 sports across 3 divisions. Division II has more than 124,000 student-athletes from over 302 colleges and universities. The division offers athletic scholarships while balancing a collegiate athletic environment that encourages student-athletes to discover and pursue what they love. The annual NCAA convention is where Division II members implement new rules. Delegates from every school and conference gather to discuss and vote on each proposal. Each eligible school, conference office, and the Student-Athlete Advisory Committee hold one vote. New rules in Division II can originate in one of 2 ways. A majority of proposals start in Division II committees. Those groups, comprised of representatives from member schools or conferences, debate concepts and forward recommendations to the Division's Management Council and President's Council. The Division II Management Council reviews each proposal from the committees, makes recommendations, and forwards them to the President's Council. The President's Council, composed of college presidents and chancellors, is the top leadership group in Division II. Its primary function is to establish and direct general policy and strategic direction for the division. It is the only group within the governance structure that can sponsor legislation for a vote at convention on its own. New rules can also be proposed directly from Division II members. If 15 active Division II schools or 2 conferences sign on as sponsors, the proposal will be voted on by the entire Division II membership, no matter what position the division's committees and councils take. Through the legislative process, the Division II membership and its representatives enact change across the division.
We welcome you back here to Lemoy Field for the start of the second half between Caldwell University and the University of New Haven. Caldwell leads it 1-0 thanks to Kayla Wills with that goal with 3 minutes left to play in that first half. It was assisted by Presley Anderson. So now Caldwell is in familiar territory as they were up 1-0 versus Pace on Thursday before letting 2 goals go into the back of the net. So we'll see if today leads a different story for the Cougars. Griffin Castle on hand here on TNN, the Nest Network, presented by the CACC Network. As we are getting ready for the start of the second half here. Caldwell will be moving from right to left, UNH left to right. Five shots on goal for UNH in that first half, 1 for the Cougars. And that was all the Cougars needed, was 1 shot on goal in that first half to get on the board. So it'll be Caldwell to start with it to begin the second half. And if you're just tuning in, the second half of our Day 2 doubleheader here at the Post University Classic will be be between Pace University and Post University. Second half is underway between the Cougars and the Chargers. Anderson with it here on the near side. Has Body right to her right. She'll go to Janaea Body. And that's hit out of play by Melissa Martinez, number 8 for the Cougars. Ball knocked out of play. It will redo the throw in here with Body. The freshman sends it in play, gets it back, uses her head, and then is knocked out of play by Lucy Rodnar. Wearing number 11 for the Cougars. And UNH in the white uniforms, Caldwell in the red uniforms. Nice touch there from Little Lion as Gamanera comes out of net to haul it in. 1:15 played here in the second half. Gamanera with a high kick towards midfield. Goes over the head of Schilling. Cardenas getting the start here in the second half. Anderson with a nice clear. Little Lion with a nice foot. Cardenas tracks it down on the far sideline. Defending her is Schilling. As Wills has it taken away by Ennis. So it'll be a throw in on the far side for the Cougars. With 42:55 remaining here in regulation. Nice ball towards the net. And it's caught by Daly. Daly is a Connecticut native from Norwich, Connecticut. Here's Wood on the near side. Knocked out of play by Rodnar. And we'll have a throw in here. Right at midfield. Wood sends it into Toom. Toom hounded by Vitella. Gamanero will come out of net. Gamanera is a psychology major as she sends that kick towards midfield here on the near side. Martinez collects it. Horvat. Some nice urgency here from the Chargers coming out of halftime, trailing by 1. And Laura Duncan and her staff do not seem phased at all. So plenty of time left here in this one. 41:40 remaining here in regulation. Anderson tracks it down. Nice ball. Josepoulos picks it up. Cardenas right there to steal it. And that is knocked out of play by the Chargers. Nearly 4 minutes played here in the second half. So thrown on the far side for the Cougars. Nice aggressive play there from Riley Josepoulos to award the Chargers possession. So a free kick here for the Chargers. Horvat. Back to Schilling. Now it's Ennis. Down the far sideline. Here comes the Chargers in midfield. Cardenas with the theft. And sends it over to Wills. But it looks like we'll get an offsides here. 39:50 to play here in regulation. As it'll be a free kick for the Cougars right at midfield. Finn with a line drive kick. Wills with the bicycle kick. And that'll be secured by Daly. Daly rolls it out to Ennis on the far side. It's knocked out of play by the Cougars, so we'll have a throw in for the Chargers. A little over 6 minutes played here in the second half. Still 1-0 Caldwell. Anderson towards the near side. Vitella, Martinez, give and go action with Vitella. Vitella coming here on the near side. And that's broken up by Anderson out of play. So it will be a throw in for the Cougars here on the left sideline. Costanza. And Body able to clear it for the Chargers. Now Ronar coming in. Cardenas has Ferreira on the far side. Ferreira angling towards the middle. Sends it to the far corner. Cardenas tracks it down. And she is not able to keep it in play. As it'll be a throw in for the Chargers. And the story for the Cougars here, are they going to be able to close this one out? Up 1-0 here. They were up 1-0 against Pace on Thursday. Lost 2-1. Little line. Over to Body. Body and Little Line have that connection that Costanza and Vitella have on the Cougar side. Seems like they just know where each other is at on the pitch. That's a nice header there from Costanza. Uses her body to seal off Levitt. And she'll lead Cardenas on the far side. Cardenas ahead to Wills, who had that goal with 3 minutes to play in the first half. Wills met by 2 Chargers. And we get a whistle called on the Chargers. That'll be a foul, and it'll be a free kick for the Cougars with 36:40 to play here in the first half. Second half, excuse me. So nice opportunity here for the Cougars as the officials are getting players set for the free kick. Cardenas hits it out of play. And the Cougars will take over with 35:50 remaining here in the second half. So Body will throw it in. Vitella and Little Line physical here on the near side. Horvat sends it out of play. And the Cougars will take over as Vitella will throw it in here at midfield on the left sideline. Tosses it into Wills. Wills hits the turf. No whistle called. Little Lion now on the far side. It's a foot race between Little Lion and Ferreira. Little Lion shot on nets, wide right, as Wood turning on the Jets to retrieve it in that right corner. Knocked out of play by Martinez. We'll have a throw in here on the near side. Toom gets it into Body. Body back to Toom. Little give and go action here. Vitella interrupting the Chargers' momentum. And that's knocked out of play by Leah Sophie Moshing as Body was trying to elude her. As Alita Bates will check into the game for the Chargers.
Now into the game for UNH, number 36, Alita Bates.
Janaea Body will come get a breather on the sidelines with 34:05 remaining here in regulation. Horvat fires a kick above the goal. A nice look there for Horvat and the Chargers, as they look like they're just trying to accumulate shots on net here, trailing by 1 with 33:40 remaining here in the second half. So Gamanera set to kick it off. Line drive kick towards midfield. And a lot of contact there between Toom and Presley Anderson. And they will call the whistle there on Toom, taking Anderson to the ground. So it'll be a free kick here for the Cougars. Fian with a line drive strike. Bates, it's a foot race with Martinez. Bates says, get out of my way. And it goes out of play here on the near side. Vitella sends it in to Wills. As they call offsides there on the Cougars. Sammy Adjei not pleased with the call. Bates with the free kick. Sends it downfield. Ball goes towards the left corner, and the Cougars clear it out. Levitt will come to retrieve it. Levitt with a line drive kick towards Wood. Wood will not be able to save it in play, but it was last touched by the Cougars. There'll be a throw in here for the Chargers. Levitt defended by Costanza. Costanza on her back heel. Levitt shares it to Horvat. Laura Duncan and her staff telling the Chargers to move the ball, as that will exit play. Last touch by the Chargers, so we'll have a throw in here for the Cougars. Vitella into Wills off the throw-in. Wills back to Vitella, out of her reach, but she's able to retrieve it past midfield. Now it's Fian sending a nice boot, leading Cardenas. Is she able to get there? Yes, she is. A nice slide tackle there from Schilling to knock it out of play. Excuse me, no, they say Cardenas hit it last.
Stay patient. Stay patient, Liz.
Chargers looking to get something going here. They're keeping the ball moving. Elizabeth to Bates. Bates comes to get it. Ronar tries to break it up. Bates gets it back. Wills right behind Anderson. Anderson towards the near sideline. Now a nice boot sent toward the middle. The header from Vitella. As it was last touched by Wood, and Wood is a little shaken up after that. Not a good sign there for Chargers fans. 29:45 remaining here in regulation. Wood says she's all right. She's going to walk it off and stay into the game. Vitella will throw it in. Levitt looking across midfield. Josepholis fighting with Fian in that left corner. Nice ball to Schilling. Schilling gets tripped up. No whistle was called as Cardenas will move it upfield. Sammy Ajay telling his team to move up as Kayla Wills turning on the Jets, not able to get there. 28:50 to play here in regulation. Martinez at midfield. Stingy defense from both teams here to begin the second half. Nice ball to Toom. Toom not on the same page with Wood. Wood still seems a little affected there. Has a little bit of a gingerly walk to her. Toom. Chased by Ronar. And it's clean. Here comes Martinez now on the near sideline. Met by Bates. Martinez and Bates. A lot of physical play here to start this second half. And Sammy Ajay is irate here on the near sideline at the call. As the officials are having a little bit of a word here with Sammy Ajay. A free kick here for the Chargers. Costanza wanted the whistle call there as it looked like her jersey was being tugged. Wills leads Cardenas on the far side. 27:15 to play here in regulation. Wood still has that limp to her. She's a warrior. She's staying into the game. With her team trailing by 1. Here in day 2 of the 2023 Post-University Classic. Here to kick off this 2023 campaign as Josephine Monteiro will come back into the game. The 5'10 senior.
Now into the game for Caldwell. Number 33, Josephine Monteiro.
Melissa Martinez will get a breather. Here with 26.5 to play in regulation. 5 shots on goal for the Chargers, 2 for the Cougars. Gaminero at the line drive kick. Monteiro threatening with those long strides. And now Ennis will retrieve it. 26 to play here in regulation. 1-0 Caldwell. Alita Bates tried to get the give and go action there with Toome, but it was not there. Anderson goes to the far side in Ennis. And right after this one, starting at 2 p.m., it's Pace versus Post to close out the 2023 Post University Classic. Anderson crosses midfield. Ball is broken up by Ronar. Now Cardenas. Tracked down by Horvat. Horvat and Cardenas battling for possession. And that is clean, says the official. Now it's Costanza coming down the middle. Costanza fires a shot. A little high of the net. Costanza with a beautiful boot on goal. And Costanza had that lone goal for the Cougars on Thursday. Samantha Datecake coming back to the game for the Cougars. The freshman from Riverdale, New Jersey. Cardenas checks out, and she's walking off a little gingerly.
Now into the game for Caldwell, number 4, Samantha Datecake. .24:40 remaining in regulation. So plenty of time here for the Chargers. Laura Duncan telling her backs to hold their ground. Levitt works it back to Ennis. Ennis now on the far sideline. Beautiful ball sent towards the middle. Ronar comes away with it for the Cougars. Now it's Wills with a nice touch. Montero, can she get there? Yes, she can. Knocked out of play by the Chargers, so we'll have a throw-in on the far side. Ferrero will come to toss it in. Mariana Ferrero, the senior. Here comes Presley Anderson. She has an assist in this contest. Now Wood, the freshman, turning on the Jets here on the near side. Wood with some space right in front of her. Goes to Littleline on the far side. Can she get there? No, she will not be able to get there as it goes past the end line out of play. As we have some substitutions coming in here for the Chargers. Now into the game for the Chargers, number 22, Ashley Crumrine, and number 9, Vicky Fleming.
Fleming and Crumrine coming into the game here, adding some fresh legs for the Chargers as they are looking for the equalizer. Caminero with a line drive kick. Crumrine met by Costanza. Costanza playing some bully ball there. Takes it away, and Crumrine is a little shaken up. Alida Bates leads it for Wood. Here's an opportunity here for the Chargers. Wood sends it towards the middle, and it's broken up by Ronar, but Fleming comes to get it. Excuse me, that was Leah Sophie Moshing that broke it up. As Kayla Silva will come into the game for the Cougars.
Now into the game for the Cougars, number 3, Kayla Silva.
Silva is a sophomore from Bloomfield, New Jersey. Stands at 5'2". 21:35 remaining here in regulation. Caldwell 1, New Haven 0. Gamanera with the line drive kick towards midfield. Lucy Rodnar all over the field as she was on Thursday, causing a lot of problems for her opponent. Bates, Crumrine leads it for Wood. Wood not able to get a nice foot on it, so it'll be a throw in here for the Cougars on the near side. Ball goes out of play. Chargers will throw in with 20:40 remaining here in regulation. If you are just tuning in, Kayla Wills had the lone goal for Caldwell with 3 minutes left to play in that first half. Assisted on that was Presley Anderson. That was Wills' first goal of the season. She now has 2 points to her name for this 2023 campaign. Crumrine. Nice boot to the far side, intended for Wood. Bates able to get it as Daycake knocks it out of play. And she is applauded by her head coach, Sammy Adjay. Wood, tracked down by Daycake. Able to elude her for the moment, and she'll send it to the far side. Oh, nice play there from Monteiro. And a whistle is called on Drosopoulos as Monteiro still on the ground. And she's slow to get up, helped to her feet by her teammates. Monteiro is a communications media studies major at Caldwell. So a free kick here for the Cougars. Fian will send a line drive kick downfield. Silva got her head on it. Drosopoulos leads it for Wood. Coming in is Vitella. Rodnar causing some problems for Wood. Now here's Fleming with her fresh legs. Vitella, she's played all game. Levitt now goes to the far side. 18:40 remaining here in regulation. Coming up next, it's Post and Pace to wrap up the 2023 Post University Classic here at Lemoy Field on the campus here at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. There'll be a throw-in for the Chargers on that far sideline. Fian with a high kick. Costanza coming to retrieve it. Intended for Silva. It'll go out of play. Coming up on 18 minutes to play here in regulation. 5 goals on net for the Chargers, 2 for the Cougars. As Emily Bogdanowicz getting set to check in for the first time here for the Chargers. Now it's Bates, hounded by Daycake. Daycake sends Bates to the ground, and that's an easy call for the official. He was right there. So it'll be a free kick here in that right corner. Not a corner kick, it's a free kick. Bates will take it. Daycake and Silva lining up right in front of Bates. An opportunity here for the Chargers for the equalizer. It's sent towards the middle. Ball in front of the box. It's congested in there. Anderson, right side in Bates. Bates eludes Daycake, sends it towards the middle. And it's broken up by Monteiro. Beautiful play there from Josephine Monteiro. 16:35 remaining in regulation. Still plenty of time for the Chargers, but time is of the essence as it is dwindling down on them. Coach Ajay directs Montero towards the box. And it'll be a free kick here for the Chargers. Nice ball towards the middle. Gambinera using her bunnies to come out of the box, and she secures it. Athletic play there from Ariana Gambinera, as she has been spectacular here in the Post-University Classic. And she'll send that towards midfield. Levitt has Daycake right behind her, and she'll go to Anderson. Anderson, Ennis. Caroline Ennis, back to Anderson. They have Bates on the near side. Anderson will go back to Daly. Horvat to Bates. Silva with a beautiful play there to break it up. Bates gets it back. Bates coming down the near side. Ronner right on her heel. And it's sent down to play by Silva. And here comes Emily Bogdanowicz into the game for the first time for the Chargers.
Now into the game for the Chargers, number 35, Emily Bogdanowicz. Into the game for Caldwell, number 5, Rocio Cardenas. Number 18, Kayla Wills.
So that's a great sign for Cougars fans. Rocio Cardenas back into the game as she walked off to the sideline a couple minutes ago with a limp to her walk. 14-10 remaining here in regulation. Caldwell 1, New Haven 0. It's Bogdanowicz into the game for the first time, looking to make an impact. Number 35 for the Chargers. Here's Wood. Give and go not executed there with Wood and Bogdanowicz. Now here's Levitt. Nice ball to Bates. Bates moving to her left, sending it towards the left post, and it's out of the reach of Drosopoulos. 13:35 remaining here in regulation. It is starting to become a dire situation here for the Chargers. Bogdanowicz goes back to Anderson. Wills right on Anderson. She takes it away. The nice theft there from Wills, but Anderson takes it right back away.
Hey Liz, you've got to drop earlier so she can't press you.
Wills hustle to the delight of Sammy Adjay. Ronnar collects it. Expect the pressure to really add up here from the Chargers, as it is desperation time has commenced for the Chargers. 12:20 to play in regulation. Chargers searching for one. Now here's Wills on the near side. Wills tracked down by Bates, and Bates will knock it out of play with 12:05 remaining here in regulation. So it'll be a corner kick here, and Wills will just take her time going to that corner as the clock ticks. And now it'll stop at 11:46. Wills with a line drive kick. Broken up by Bates. And Fleming gets tripped up by Ronar. And that is a yellow card assessed to Ronar.
Yellow card assessed to number 11, Lucy Renner from Caldwell University with 11:27 in the second half remaining. Renner, number 11 from Caldwell, yellow card.
Ronar a little too overzealous there, and she gets called for the yellow card with the official right there. As Bates sends it right to Vitella. It was intended for Fleming, but Bates and Fleming just not on the same page. And that is knocked out of play by Vitella. Coming up on 11 minutes to play here in regulation. Montero using her height to sends it over to Wills. Kayla Wills eludes two defenders, and she'll send it out of play as Wills gets tripped up, and Sammy Adjay wanted a whistle called there. The officials and Sammy Adjay have not gone along here in this match. 10.5 to play here in regulation. Adjay directing Fian where to send the free kick. Fian with a nice ball towards the left corner. It's knocked out of play by Anderson. Throw in here for the Cougars. Vitella sends it in. Ball in that left corner. Montero hits the deck. Wood. Here comes the Chargers. Wood. Back to Bogdanowicz. Bogdanowicz back to Wood. Here comes Montero. Leveling Bates to the turf. The physicality has definitely picked up here in the second half. 9:10 to play in regulation. It'll be a throw-in on that far sideline for the Cougars. Laura Duncan telling Bates to play higher. 8:25 to play in regulation. Time is dwindling down on the Chargers. Montero right on Bates. Now here's Fleming. Vitella and Costanza. Costanza battling for position. She's met by two Chargers. Ennis sends it over to Schilling on that far side. Levitt leads it for Bates. And it looks like Bates got frightened there by Vitella. She heard the footsteps. 6:55 to play in regulation. Vitella to toss in. As that is headed out of play by Ronar. Here's an opportunity here for the Chargers to get the equalizer. Fleming will work it back to Ennis right at midfield. Drosopolis. Ball goes towards the middle. Monteiro tracked down by Bates. She'll send it upfield. Beautiful play there from Monteiro. 6 minutes of play here in regulation. Sammy Adjei cheering his team on from the sideline. The coaching staff here for New Haven is singling to get the ball to Bates on the far side. Gambonera hauls it in. 5:35 to play in regulation. Gambonera in no rush. Gambonera with a high kick towards the sky. Adjei wanted a handball there. Bates tosses it into Anderson. Coming up on 5 minutes of play here in regulation. 5 shots on goal for New Haven, 2 for Caldwell. Here's Levitt. Wood not on the same page with Levitt. And Wills leads Cardenas. Cardenas has it taken away by Ennis. And Cardenas back on the turf, holding that left ankle. As we get an official whistle here. Cardenas has definitely taken a beating here in this game. And you're holding your breath if you're a Caldwell fan. 4:32 to play in regulation. As the medical staff will come out onto the field to attend to Cardenas. Cardenas is a sophomore from Forked River, New Jersey, majoring in health science at Caldwell University. Stands at 5'7". And she will be attended to by the medical staff here. Martinez will come out onto the pitch for Cardenas. And you just wish Cardenas all the best. As Littleline will come into the game for Bogdanowicz. Looks like both coaches are countering here with the substitutions.
Now into the game for the Cougars, number 8, Melissa Martinez. Now into the game for the Chargers, number 24, Macy Wheeline.
So play resumes here. 4:25 remaining in regulation. Caldwell 1, New Haven 0. Be a throw in for the Cougars on the far side. A lot of physical play there between Costanza and I believe that is Bates. Costanza has been frustrated all game. It's been a good game plan for the Chargers on Costanza. As that ball's in front of the net. Oh, saved by Gamonera. She has had a marvelous game in net for the Cougars. Huge opportunity there for the Chargers. Denied by Gamonera. If there's an MVP for the Cougars, it would go out to Ariana Gamonera. Horvath towards the middle, broken up by Anderson. Now Elizabeth Anderson on the Chargers side. Sends it out of play, a little under 3 minutes to play here in regulation. Leah Sophie Moshing will just let it go out of play with 2:35 to play in regulation. And Gamonera will reset things for Caldwell. And Costanza throws a hand check there. And she gets called for the obvious whistle. Under 2 minutes to play here in regulation. Time is ticking down on the Chargers. They are looking to go 2-0 here in the Post-University Classic. Bates across the middle. Vitello will send it out of play. 90 seconds remaining here in regulation. The throw-in broken up by Ronar. All reserves for the Chargers are on their feet.
Chargers corner kick taken by number 36, Elida Bates.
So it'll be a corner kick here for the Chargers. Elida Bates to do the honors.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Cougars trying to get it out of their defensive zone, and Martinez does just that. 50 seconds to play here in regulation. It is do or die for the Chargers. Gamonera secures it and falls to the ground with it. 40 seconds to play. Gamonera with a high kick towards the sky. Costanza knocks it out of play. 25 seconds to play in regulation.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the end of the match, it's Caldwell University 1, New Haven 0. Caldwell moves to 1-1-0 overall in the year. New Haven drops to 1-1-0. Fans, thanks for coming out for Game 1 of the Post-University Classic. Stick around for Game 2, where your Post-University Eagles will be taking on Pace University in about an hour from now at 2 o'clock. Thank you for coming out to the first game. We hope you drive home safely.
So Caldwell and New Haven end the Post-University Classic at 1-1 as Caldwell takes this one by a score of 1-0. Pace and Post coming up next here on TNN, presented by the CACC Network.